welcome to the deep dive. Today, we've got a bit of a specific mission, really tailored for you if you're in this boat. We're searching for the best budget stick-style transmitter for off-road RC buggies.
Right.
So maybe you're a surface driver who just prefers those dual gimbals over the usual pistol grip. Or, maybe you've come over from flying RC planes. We're aiming to cut through the noise for you.
And it's worth saying up front, that preference, totally valid. It's not just a beginner thing or an aircraft thing.
Well,
no, absolutely not. You see high-end, pro-level surface radios like the Futaba 4GRS. Samwa makes stick radios, too. It confirms that wanting sticks for fine control, well, it's a serious consideration at all price points.
Okay, good context. So let's set our baseline then. For budget value, the undisputed benchmark, really, is the Flysky FS-GT3B. Even though it's a pistol grip.
Yeah, it kind of dictates the standard. It's just so cheap. You're looking at, what, $45, maybe $60?
Sounds like that. And the receivers are just ridiculously affordable, under $10 sometimes.
Exactly. Plus, critically, it has those essential tuning features you absolutely need.
Right. Things like EPA endpoint adjustment to limit your servo travel and EXP, or exponential, to tweak the steering sensitivity.
The GT3B has those, plus 10 model memory, which is great on paper. But, there's a catch, a pretty big one. We call it the usability tax.
The usability tax. Okay, tell me about that.
Well, the features are all in there, but actually using them, it's painful. The manual is famously short, badly translated.
Oh, I've heard about those manuals.
Yeah, and the menu system itself is just incredibly clunky. I mean, anyone who's owned one has probably wasted like 20 minutes just trying to figure out how to save the settings for their model. It's that bad.
Okay, so we need options that ditch that frustration but keep the budget friendliness.
Precisely. Which brings us to maybe the first solid recommendation, kind of the feature king here, adapting an air radio.
The Flysky FS-I6X.
The i6X, okay, so it's designed for planes originally. Yeah, but it works great for surface too. It costs a bit more, maybe $55 to $80, but that usability tax, gone. The interface is just much, much more intuitive.
And feature-wise?
It's a huge leap forward, really a different generation. It uses the modern AFHDS2A protocol, which means it can handle telemetry, by the way.
Nice.
It gives you 6-channel standard expandable to 10 and 20 model memory. But the biggest upgrade, I think, is the stick precision.
Precision? How so?
The i6X has 4096 steps of resolution on the gimbals. Compare that to the GT3B's pretty basic 1024.
Wow. Okay, 4 times the resolution.
Yeah, that's significant.
But hang on a second. Budget focus, right? If the i6X receivers cost more, like double, maybe $15 to $25 instead of under $10, doesn't that kind of chip away at the long-term budget advantage?
That's a really fair point. And yes, the receivers are a bit pricier, but I'd argue the jump in functionality, especially that resolution, justifies it.
Explain that. Why is 4096 that much better?
It fundamentally changes how connected you feel to the buggy. That extra precision means smoother control, easier time holding a straight line at speed, or managing a drift precisely. For anyone who's serious about driving well, it's a noticeable, worthwhile upgrade.
Yeah.
So yeah, the FSI-6X, I'd say, is the best all-rounder if features and feel matter most.
Okay, feature king.
Yeah.
Flysky FS-I6,
Yeah.
got it. But what if you're someone who, just wants to bash their buggy around? They don't want menus. They don't care about EXP curves. Simple.
Right. For maximum simplicity, we looked at the ABSMA SR4S.
ABSMA SR4S. What's the deal with that one?
It's the total opposite approach. No screen at all. Everything's adjusted with physical dials, steering, dual rate, trims, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It has absolutely zero programmable EPA or EXP. It's pure plug and play. Turn it on, drive. Plus, a nice bonus, the receiver it comes with is waterproof. Very handy for off-road.
Okay, simple sounds good, but usually simple radios lock you into their own expensive receivers down the line. What's the hidden cost here?
Well, that's the clever part, the secret value. Even though it's branded ABSMA and sold as a surface radio internally, it uses the Flysky AFHDS2A protocol.
Wait, really? The same protocol as the FS-I6X?
The exact same one.
Okay. So you get the simple dial-based radio, but you can ditch the potentially pricey ABSMA receivers and just use those same affordable $15, $25 Flysky ones.
Bingo. That cross-compatibility totally changes its long-term cost, makes it surprisingly budget-friendly for what you get, which is a robust, simple system.
That's a great find. Okay, so we have the feature-rich i6X and the simple but compatible SR4S. Is there anything we should definitely tell people to steer clear of?
Yes. Absolutely. For this specific need budget stick radio for a standard off-road buggy, avoid the Futaba Attack 4YWD.
The Futaba Attack, why is that? Futaba is usually good quality.
Quality isn't the issue, it's the price and the features. It's expensive, often $97, sometimes way more, and what you're paying that premium for is a very niche feature, mechanical analog trims.
Analog trims.
Yeah, they're really only needed if you're running specific, complex electronic units like Tamiya's MFC lighting and sound systems. For just driving a buggy, they're actually worse than modern digital trims. And crucially, the Attack 4YWD completely lacks modern essentials like EPA, EXP, and model memory.
So you're paying more for less useful features in this context.
Exactly. High premium, zero relevance for a typical buggy driver.
Okay, so summing it up for you listening, if you want the features, the precision, and good long-term value despite slightly pricier receivers, the Flysky FS-GT3B looks like the winner. But if you crave absolute simplicity, no screens, just dials and ruggedness, the Epsima SR4S is a fantastic sort of sleeper hit, thanks to that hidden Flysky protocol compatibility.
Couldn't have said it better.
It's pretty wild how knowing about that protocol compatibility just unlocks hidden value, isn't it? Finding out a simple radio shares tech with a much more advanced one.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Which leads to a final thought, maybe something for you to chew on. What other hidden cross-brand compatibilities are out there? In RC cars, sure, but maybe in drones, robotics, other gear. Where else could this kind of protocol sharing be hiding, just waiting for someone to find it and unlock some serious budget value?
Something to investigate. That's all for this deep dive.